All right, I met this kid literally 10 minutes ago. I know nothing about him other than the fact that he loves America, and this 11-year-old has his own nonprofit.
Yes.
Is that right? First of all,
Yes.
tell us why you love America so much.
Well, first of all, we're Americans, and God bless America, but I chose to fight for America, to make America great again, because right now, what our founding fathers have worked for, right now is going to go to waste. We have to fight for those rights. And if we don't fight for those rights, we're going to lose everything that we have right now. We're going to lose everything that we have. What our founding fathers have done and what we have worked for hundreds of years, we're going to lose it. And if we lose it, we're nothing. Because the Constitution,
He's got a freaking Constitution in his jacket pocket. Dan Cook, are you?
Dan Cook's out of a job, man. Dan Cook's out of a
We're
job.
going to take on the part-time nature prize and we're giving it to this kid.
The Constitution was made to say what our rights are as Americans. The Constitution is the most important document in this nation because it says why we are Americans, what we are as Americans, and what rights and freedoms we have as Americans. We have to fight for that right. We have to fight for those rights, and if we don't fight, we're going to lose them. And if we lose them, we're nobody. Because this is what makes us American. This and the Declaration of Their Independence, the Bill of Rights, that's what makes us American.
Pat, I literally walk up the stairs. I'm like texting people, like I'm doing my thing as a reporter, and then I get bombarded. Yo, you have to meet Daniel Furr. And this kid that's what he did to me. And I was like, who the hell are you?
So first of all,
who's your parents? Is that your mom?
Right there, yes.
Can we get you to do it like a class for parents? And like on how to raise kids these days?
I told her that right when we were coming here, because we live in Cape Coral, I was like, Mom, we have to do something to teach the kids about what the Constitution is. Because I'm amazed how there's millions of kids in America that don't know what this is. What the most important document, they don't know what it is for, what it stands for. That I'm surprised about that, and it's really important that they learn about it, and that's what my nonprofit does.
We're gonna get to that nonprofit, Pat.
I was going to say two things. One, can we hire his mom to dress you and I for the next Patriot Talk show? Because this kid's on point right now. He's sharp. Jeans, shoes, jacket, lapel pin.
He's
ready to go. He's ready to go. Second thing is, and I'm glad you came up here because Brenda and I and Lydia, we all talk about Jason Beal, Alfie, Drew. We don't do this show for us. We do this show, he gets death threats, Drew gets threats, Alfie gets threats. I think people are scared to threaten me, but we do this show for you. I do this show for my grandkids. Brendan does this show for the youth of Lee and Collier County and around the state. And that's why I voted for Tim Mosier and Jerry Rutherford for school board. We've got to get back to teaching the kids the Constitution and being able to say God and Jesus. If I want to say a prayer in school, I can say a prayer in school and get back to how this country used to be.
And I was in a meeting today with my teacher. I told her, ma'am, I think that in history and in language arts, they have to put to read the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights. Because it's the most important document that we have in this nation.
I would say it's the most important document in human history.
Yeah, it is. And that's why America is the biggest nation of all. That's why America is the freest nation of all. Because of this, because of the Bill of Rights. And she said, we have to see it because our algorithm won't let it be, the state won't let it be. I'm like, we have to put it in. The state, the country has to put it in. Because this is what tells us why we are Americans. And this has to be like a GPS. It has to be a GPS that every day in the morning, we turn it on and tells us where to go, what direction to go. This is what tells us the difference from right and wrong for this country. That is why we have this. That's why our founding fathers in 1776 started the revolution. started the revolution for the freedom, for the freedom. That's why we have to defend this.
Listen to me.
I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to send this clip. I'm gonna take that clip and I'm gonna have to send it to Dan Bongino and all them. We're gonna have to see.
I'm one of his biggest followers. I love watching him. I watch all of his podcasts every day.
You have my word. I'm gonna DM Dan Bongino tomorrow. I'm gonna send him this clip today.
Thank
You've been a great speaker, but I want you to tell us you have a nonprofit.
Yes.
What is that nonprofit called and what does it do?
So my nonprofit is called Patriots Kid Foundation. We help bring back the love from the kids to our Constitution, to our founding fathers, to our rights, and to this great nation. That's what we are wanting to do, and also we're telling the people what communism really is. Because my parents are from Cuba. I'm a Cuban American. I was born here in Virginia, but my parents are Cuban. The Cuban blood runs through my veins, and Cuba right now is suffering a communism. They have been in communism from 63 years, and they're wanting a change. Last year, they came out to the streets, July 11. I don't know if anyone here is Cuban. If you're Cuban, please stand up.
We got any Cuban Americans in the house?
My dad right there, back there, right there. Hey.
Are you actually?
Irish Cuban, the same thing.
That's a combo.
Yeah, that's a combo. The same thing. But they are suffering communism. Last year they got out to the streets and asked for freedom. And the biggest part is that the organizations like the ONU and all those stuff that try to that they say that they defend human rights. What's happening to Cuba? In Cuba, people to go out to the streets are dying. People that go out to the streets in Cuba are going to prison. And they didn't do vandalism. They just said, we want freedom. We are hungry. We have no food. That's what they said. And they're getting to prison. So that's what we're doing. Because I've seen a lot of things. If you look to New York, it's communism, even though America's free. America's free. Because right now, if you look to Joe Biden, I don't think we're really good.
Hey,
Wow.
I may or may not be able to get this clip directly to the governor, so no pressure, but I'm going to ask you this question. What do you think of America's governor, Ron DeSantis?
Woo! I think he's the best governor that we've ever had. If he runs for president, I don't know what Florida's going to do, but I know what America's going to do, because if he goes again, by the way, Trump's going again for 2024, and I want everyone here to stand up if you like Trump. Stand up right now, and stand up if you're willing to fight for me. Fight with me for freedom to defend our rights. Stand up.
I want y'all to remember this day. So when this guy becomes the next president of the United States, you can say, I was there at the table when I first met this sharp-dressed patriot. How about a big round of applause for this guy? Let's go! This is why we do the show. Man, you're awesome. I want to shake your hand, by the way. God bless you and your parents. I do want to hire your mom to start dressing Brendan Leslie. Is that okay?
No.
We'll pay her a small fee.
You know what's the best part?